look good and look good.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Queemie Jones, back live in the flesh, and yes, it is a muck to the motherfucking bang. We are in a town where I was born in. Up here, got the juicy crowd straight from Tucker, Georgia, and straight from Tucker, Georgia to our lovely hotel room. We got DUNGNESS, we got Snow, we got the Mussels, we got the potatoes and the corn and some scrimp, because you know we can't do it without the scrimps, okay? So let's go ahead and get all up into it. Boston Bossy, thank you for always showing up to the mukbangs.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Boston Bossy. Follow me on all platforms. Follow your girl on streaming platforms, as well as Twitter and IG. Ooh, she going right for the crab. I just kind of want to see what we got going on here before I just jump up into it, you know?
I wanted to jump
I'm going to go with
it.
the mussel. I'm going to go with a mussel. There's egg in my mussel, but no mussel. Somebody done stole my mussel and replaced it with an egg. Well, good, but where's my mussel? I found one. Okay, first bite of juicy crab mussel.
We've been eating so much seafood just to be able to compare it to the juicy crab. To see if it, who's smacking? Who's smacking?
Well, I'm gonna say right off the rip, a spicy juicy crab is pop.
This is a medium. She always talking about something spicy. Ain't no spiciness. This is a medium.
If this is that medium, they know what to do with spice. Because I can only imagine it be spicy. Alright, let me just get me some claws. She all up in the crab, y'all. She all up and through this crab. She said, other meatuses, get thee behind me. Crab mean you got a date.
Man. So, I'm born in Riverdale, and I lived in Stone Mountain. I can honestly say that Georgia has one of the best culinary and staple foods. Oh. We're going to pray on this one.
So, fair warning, there is a storm in progress during our vacation. So, if we lose power, lighting, or there's a choppiness in the video, we apologize in advance for technical difficulties. Continue.
I might get a little woo-woozy. I cannot do back-to-back like that, huh? It's a good thing that the shit tacky is delicious.
It really is good. It's well seasoned. The seafood isn't overcooked.
And it's not seafood if it don't get in your eye. I hope you know.
So you moved out of Georgia.
Yeah.
And then where? Where next? Where in the world?
I went to South Carolina.
Queemie Jones?
But I always got to take trips right back into Georgia, where my grandmother stayed and resided, and we always ate good. We used to stay up on Memorial Drive, eating every restaurant we could that's up and down Memorial Drive. I don't know what it is, but I think Memorial Drive is known just to be having delicious stuff. And then
when I lived in Georgia, I did love me some Memorial Drive.
Never lost my accent. This is where I learned how to speak English. So that's why I still have a very vibrant one. Because I've been in a lot of places in the country, but I never lost Georgia. But Boston Bossy, you went to school up here, didn't you?
I went to culinary school here, and it was an awesome experience. It was my first time living out of my state. So that was like a completely whirlwind experience of going from a cold northern state to a warm southern state. I lived here for about 3 years.
Slow it down. Slow it down. You ain't a professional.
These crabs are so amazing. Like, when I tell you they're so fresh and flavorful and sweet, they're not a Boston crab at all. They got us on these crabs. But yeah, so I went to culinary school here. And then I did an externship. I worked at Proof in the Pudding, which is a major Atlanta-based culinary company, for like a couple of weeks. And worked with D's Hotspot, which was located in Tucker, Georgia at the time. And you know, just kind of stayed in the food world, and then I headed back to Boston.
One thing I always liked about Georgia is that they just bring out a different mindset in black people. I was flying down here. I was like, I love Georgia so much that I'm pretty sure I would love Africa too. Because I like just to see black people do good. I feel like when you see black excellence here, it's actually like real true motivation. Sometimes you see it in other places that you don't know how people are
How to get it like that.
Right.
This is my first time having boiled egg.
How I feel.
I get it. I don't need it, but I get it. And I like the way you did it, where it was kind of boiled and kind of soft.
Right. So you can get some of that creamy.
Yeah. Because that's the part that made sense to me. Like, oh, okay, this is like a little saucy thing.
I'm going to use this real quick.
So what do you think is something that is quintessential Georgia?
Besides peaches and peanuts?
The peanuts. I wasn't really a boiled peanut or a roasted peanut person until a guy on the truck with peanuts on the side was like, I got fresh shell peanuts, fresh boiled peanuts. I'm like, what? This was out here selling like that. He's like, I grow them on my peanut farm. Then I shuck them, shell them, and I boil them right up for y'all.
Not boiling them right up for y'all. That's very Georgian.
I also make peanut brittle. And I was like, there's just such a reverence and appreciation for the basics, you know?
There really is. I feel like seeing fresh produce and going to the market was different here. Like, you got to see like true connectivity and community. I bet the best way I can say is watching people how they shop is the best way to learning people. You know what I'm saying? From a culture and a community. You know, there's no examples of, you know, those levels in the economy where it's such a diverse spectrum no more.
Speaking of culture and community, didn't a group of black entrepreneurs just buy a town in Georgia?
Yeah, they bought acres. They bought a town near this like somewhat ghost area. So they wanted to make sure they caught onto it, so they got a collective of people, and they all pretty much threw in their money and was like, well, this is how we're going to do it. This is how we want to create our little society or whatnot. But for honest to goodness reason, that was like the most beautiful thing I've seen, like just pop up on my timeline.
Right. And I just brought that up because I just feel like it just harkens back to what you were saying about inspiration, opportunity, and being able to see people do stuff that look like you.
Right.
Representation is everything.
Yeah, that level of black excellence. I don't think many, what has it been like almost 50, 60 years, 70 since a thriving black town was around?
Well, see, I don't know if it's so much that there aren't thriving black towns as much as we are not running out there to create multiples of it. You know, like, we might see somebody over here do something. Did you get enough of these?
Yeah, go ahead. It's mine.
Where's shrimp? You said it was shrimp.
It's at the bottom. And they gave me half a pound of shrimp, but I'm pretty sure that was like a third of the pound. Maybe not no half. Because it was the corn. I think the corn balanced.
She really fucked these potatoes up. They're perfect. Out here making perfect potatoes. Perfect potato maker over here. I'm an expert potato maker.
Honey child. Everybody keep on telling me I be making this stuff like super delicious. Make it all the right fluffy, all the potatoes tender.
She baked crack food. It's so good. She want to rob somebody's TV so you can buy some more. Hamburger.
Not ham.
Hamburger.
Hamburger. Comment below where that's from, y'all. Real ones know what it is. 90s babies. If you know, go ahead and let it go. Okay? And then you throwbacker watchers, you go ahead and say it too.
Make sure that y'all comment what you want us to try. We have one more mystery mukbang coming up, so go ahead when you see this video come up. Go ahead and light us up and let us know what other mukbangs you would like Queemie Jones to do.
Because, you know, I'm just stuck at seafood. Even though I could, because these look like my wings.
I mean, we could get stuck in seafood. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But, like, do you want to see us try some fried seafood? Some sushi?
Recommend some spots. We live
Or,
in the Boston area. So.
Right.
And if you're a restaurant looking for a person to sponsor you, get your name and face out there, I'm your girl, okay? So go ahead and give me any of y'all information. I'll leave my email down below so you can email me.
QueemieJones@gmail.com.
Super duper simple. Queemie Jones everywhere. Alright. Now you done caught up to the pace of eating crab. You up here cracking with your soup and eating meat now. I was like, damn, shouted.
I like the medium spice. It's just spicy enough. And I think that's because they really season well.
Not you put it on your finger.
Well, I didn't want it to explode when I cracked it. It's a little trick I just created. Freestyle seafood eating, if you will.
Black. Would you go to a black Walmart?
I would. But what would make it a black Walmart?
All black products.
Would the people be nice that served you?
Yes, of course. Because at the end of the day, how many times have you been to a black Walmart?
Right.
Do we have time? They gonna have Chick-fil-A work service. They gonna be they up here. Yes, ma'am.
Now, if they had Chick-fil-A level service, I would subscribe. Because Chick-fil-A are some of the kindest people in the world. They are just the bee's knees of customer service. So, if you got anything that's in the vicinity of that, sign me up.
Yeah, could you imagine being able to get all your products in one place? All of them.
All of your black products in one place at that. And I am living for this hair right now, y'all. Natural hair, don't care.
Oh, child. We just got tatted, so don't be surprised if we appear flexing a little bit harder today. Boston Bossy, what's your piece?
So this is a beautiful piece done by the artist Dink. It's a memorial tattoo. It has Tinkerbell. She has her hand on a tombstone, and there is a bird of peace in the background. And on the tombstone, I just have to add the initials of my loved ones that have passed.
Man, I watched her get it done. She was acting like, you know, hey, I do this, I get tatted or whatnot every time I go down to Atlanta. I gotta get these done.
Yeah, man.
You know, I was like, okay. So she got tatted there, and then I got had.
Food ink. Food ink. That's how you're gonna do it when you show it to people. Food ink.
They don't even know what to do with me because honestly, I've been trying so hard not to overflex my tattoos, but I can tell you, I was definitely one of them kids that be like, as soon as I get grown, I'm gonna be doing doing all that, just trying to and it'd be like look at my tats. I was definitely feeling like that. So when I saw that Boston Bossy was like, girl, we're gonna get tatted when we go down there. I got you. We're getting tatted. I'm like, what you mean we getting tatted? She's like, watch. Pull up to Atlanta.
Don't believe me, just watch.
I said, what? And I got the font from Happily Ever After.
Amazing HBO show. Shout out to HBO for their diversity. Before it was a thing.
Definitely one of the coolest series I've ever watched, so I had to make sure I put it on them. And just because it's that serious, we will be coming back to support the city because this piece actually looks like it's meant for black people. I love when artists actually care about the color of the client.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the artist Dank. So the artist Dank is fair complected, African American, and the reason that Jones and I chose him is because, you know, as African American women, when we get tattooed, a lot of times we get treated like, you know, we're some type of chalkboard and you need to like grind the needle in for the color to take, actually damaging our skin and our pigment. So thank you so much to our black artists who took care of our skin, was gentle with their tattooing, and made sure that we actually enjoyed the process and want to get more done.
Right. A lot of the times it's rush job. This man definitely didn't rush. He took his point. Boston Bossy actually was the one who woke me up. She was like, girl, you gonna get tatted tonight. I was like, wait.
I was like, tattoos!
Why are you so hyped still? She's like, you don't understand, it's showtime. I was talking to her for her tattoo majority of the time, and I thought that I was playing it pretty cool, but I'm pretty sure she thought I was gonna punk up in the chair, and that she was just waiting for me to punk up in the chair. And I got all these tattoos. She still was waiting for me to punk up in the chair. She was like, yeah, she gonna wake up all groggy. And she ain't gonna be able to
I'm good. I'm in good sleep. I did tomorrow. But she was like, I'm ready.
It was hard because I was like, I really did think I was gonna end up doing it the next day. And I was like, I don't, you ever be half sleepy drunk and you be like, can I do anything though? But can I do anything though? I can't even make it up right now. Girl, I got up and I went in the back of that chair. I hit it like this. All right. What? Come on. All right, brother, man.
He did say, but she went right to, he's like, she just popped the headphones in and that was it.
What does yours feel like?
The outline was the toughest part because mine was both the cover up and a new piece.
Mm-hmm.
So the cover up areas were fine, and the places where he broke new skin.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have leftovers of this because there's so much of it. Here's the thing:
It's so big.
These claws, they don't skimp and get the skinny versions of any of these creatures.
Right? They was like, "Hey, big fella."
They be pumping them. When you go to a tattoo shop, they pump them out. They doing 4 or 5 tattoos a day, and that's just a minimum.
Right.
So before we hop up out of here, and I know I've been on this side screen because I've been in this plate, okay, and I'm low-key trying to dive up in this bag and live up in there. I wanted to really get a good, clear understanding of why coming down to Atlanta was important to again.
I just feel like, you know, even though my name is Boston Bossy and I love where I'm from, I really consider Atlanta my second home. Because of my experience, my cooking experience, my interpersonal relationship experience. The fact that my live streaming world, a lot of the people in live streaming are really amazing and they're from Atlanta. So Atlanta's just like this black media mecca for me. And I felt like if Queemie Jones is going to be on the map, we got to go to Atlanta.
This whole year, I went here last year and I wasn't able to really expand my whole alien experience.
She was missing her road dog, y'all. Me!
It was more so that I needed to be able to take this next level in growth. And I feel like Atlanta, being that I'm from here, I could almost break the seal on where I need to go next on my life. Just taking it to the next level as a chef and being able to have an open space and an open mind so you can bring it the next level of creativity was important for me.
Right.
And I didn't want to become stagnated because unfortunately, as much as I do love Boston Bossy, Boston is not my city. I do not feel like necessarily I have a in-tuneness with their people yet, but I know that my city brings that through to anybody. So if I can bring that energy back up to Boston, it's gonna be a game changer for her and I both.
Right.
So you know, we were just talking about, you know, opening up my, you know, platform as a chef influencer and really taking different levels of creativity and taking the anxiety out. And I was like, well, dang, I'm gonna have to go back home for that one.
Yeah.
Because when you are coming of age, you gotta just break down them barriers. And I don't really have like high school stories I can tell you where I was like, my first date, my first job. All that was pretty much a blur for me. What I'm doing right now is giving me an indication on what I want to do for the rest of my life and how I'm going to change the world. So, with all that being said, and Boston Bossy up here still eating this crab bread.
It's so good.
We
Right.
don't.
Oh my God. So juicy crab, right? They knock it out the park. Chicken crab is good. I'm not going to front. But juicy crab, they got that Maryland spice now. They really got it up in there.
Yes, underneath the meat muscles, like
You
in
know,
the
like-
chambers.
Give me some more in the muscle. And in the corn, look at the corn. Look how saturated in flavor the corn is, y'all. This is outrageous. This is too much flavor. It's too much flavor. Oh, a dud. Throw her away.
When the mussel does not open,
She's
it
a
is
dudder.
not safe to consume. Do not try to bust this thing
Now,
open.
see this one?
Same thing. Don't try to eat those because they could be a contamination.
Well, you're right. I'm like, why am I opening it over our food? I just want to know what this one looks like inside because it never opened.
See how hard it is to open?
Yeah.
That's another indication.
Indication that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it looks healthy. Look, show them.
Look
It
how
looks-
healthy this one looks.
But you still wouldn't want to eat it. Don't eat it. I'm
No,
so
I'm not gonna
serious.
eat it. I'm not gonna eat it. Mm-mm.
When I was younger, I got food poisoning from eating mussel.
Ooh,
that was
don't say
so
that.
gross.
Seafood food poisoning is like the worst type of food poisoning you can ever have, bruh.
Dog.
Okay, some of these are not open because they didn't steam them that long. That's why. Because I'm finding too many closed ones.
I'm still not gonna find out.
No, it's not that. Because when you find 2 closed ones in a full bag, that's normal. Those are 2 duds. They didn't steam these enough. So, now,
Okay,
if we
slight
reheat,
critique.
listen, if we reheat these and they don't open, we're throwing them away. Simple.
Signing off because I might get sick. The blinking was much. I did my bestest. Boston Bossy killed the thing. Thank you for taking it all in. Follow your girl on all platforms. And me too, Queemie Jones, Queemiejones everywhere. Bye.
Bye!